Hi, welcome to the Knotty Crocheter. I believe it's episode 4. I got so irritated today. I was browsing through Pinterest, I believe it was. It might have been Ravelry, one of the two. And for 3 times in a row, I hit a pattern I was interested in that said there was a free pattern, and it was ad after ad after ad after ad, and I could never find a pattern. And it just irritates me. I know they get paid every time the commercials are viewed. But that's ridiculous. They should at least have the free pattern that they advertise on there. Anyway, I'm wearing a recent finished object. It's called the Versatile Vest. It comes down into a point in the back. I made another one in blue. I made the blue one first. I made it a large and it came out really big, so I made this one a medium. See, it's just like a triangle shawl with the 2 holes for the arms. And that's it. That's the granny stitch. And that's the blue one. I tried it on. It doesn't look too bad, even though it's too big. I just need to get a shirt to go under it. And then, the fingerless gloves I showed you last time that I made for my pen pal friend in Finland. These fingerless gloves. I made a matching beanie. Whoops, didn't look together. A matching beanie. So she'll have the beanie and the fingerless gloves. And that's in the Red Heart with Love metallic in teal. And I hadn't been able to find any more teal, so I had to pick something that I hadn't have enough yarn for. So I made that set. I think it turned out cute. And I tried a new yarn and made this hat. And I love the way the pattern came out. It's Lion Brand Vanna's Tapestry. I love the way the pattern turned out on there. I think it looks so cool. So I bought 2 more skeins. So I can try a couple other colorways. I got this one, the tans and the blues, and this purple and turquoise and pink. I can't wait. I'm going to do... I wish I could remember exactly what hat pattern that was, but I can't. I finished the slipper socks for my sister. I just have to work the ends in. These are those Karen Chunky Cake slouchy slipper socks, they're called. And they're so quick. I mean, you make them up, they're just like so quick, but they're so comfortable. So I made a pair for my sister because I already have a pair for myself. And the shawl that I made, or the triangle scarf I made for my niece, I got it all finished with the tassels and everything. But I need to trim the tassels and work the ends on. But it's pretty much done. I think it turned out pretty cute. I should be able to wear it to work, I think. Oh, and then I saw this tutorial on Secret Yarnery for a stripy V poncho, it's called. And I loved it, so I decided to make it. And I thought the colors I picked out were perfect. This is what it turned out like. Easy stitch, but it's so pretty, I think. Especially, it got the gray, the cream, and the tan. And I just think that turned out so pretty. The only problem is I enjoyed working on it so much, I made it too big. And now the head hole would be like really small if I went ahead and made this, tried to make this into the stripy poncho. So I started another one. And I'm going to save this and I'm going to make something out of it because it's too pretty just to get rid of. And then I had some mindless crocheting to do. So I made these, it's just one great big huge granny square with random striping. I made that one. I made a blue one. And I made a pink one. And the reason I wanted to make these plain like this is because I want to make flowers for some and butterflies for some and attach them. Like a group of them in the corner and then a few scattered throughout or something interesting like that. So that's why I just wanted a plain base. So I got my base. Now I'm collecting my patterns for butterflies and flowers and deciding which ones I want to do. I think that I got the idea from, we went to somebody's house to get a kitten. And while the guys were talking, I started talking to the lady of the house, and it turned out she was a crocheter, and she showed me a blanket that she makes and sells, and she had butterflies on it. Only hers were small squared, granny square blankets, not like this. These are just one big square. I wanted it as plain as possible to really kind of accent whatever it is that I put on it. I think they'll look pretty cool. I have no idea how much to charge for them. I have absolutely no idea. And then, Setta's place is having a cow, and it has to do with crocheting something that, is in regards to one of the classic movies or shows that she has the posters for on the show. And I really like the idea. I'm an I Love Lucy fanatic. I get up every weekday morning at 5 o'clock and watch Lucy from 5 till 8. And on Hallmark Channel. And so I decided to do the Lucy show. It's the one where Lucy and Ethel trade places with Ricky and Fred as far as working outside the home. And they get the job in the candy factory. That's the episode it is. So I just started this. I started a couple other ones, didn't like them, tore them out. So now I started this one in memory of that. It's supposed to be brown and pink. So I'm doing two kinds of pink and two kinds of brown. That's as far as I got so far. It wasn't the stitch I was looking for, but I think I might like it. What else? We have new puppies in the house. Born on the 16th. Exactly 1 month before my birthday. And, oh gosh, they're cute. Little baby Lhasa Apsos. They're so cute. I'd show you one, but it's too late at night. Oh, right. I've been looking for a poncho pattern. I just felt like making a poncho. And I've been looking for just the right pattern that went with just the right yarns that I had available. And although the yarn I had in mind wouldn't have suited this, I don't think, I found this pattern that took 6 sweet rolls that you get from Joann's. And I just happened to have a whole bunch of the black pepper swirl color. That's what, where are they? Oh. It's like this. And I thought that would make a really cool looking poncho. So I started it about 5 or 6 times this morning, and I had to keep ripping it out. My counts were not coming out right, and I don't know if it was, I didn't know if it was me or the pattern or what was going on. Every time it was something different, and it was messing me up. I was so frustrated. I was going to stop and just rewind the yarn, and that was that. But I decided to try it just one more time, and this time it worked out. So, I got this far on it. That's the right side. I kind of like the way the black is striping on it. I love black. Black and pink are my favorite colors. But, I can't wear solid black anymore. I have a German Shepherd dog. And a cat. And, they both shed like crazy. Lhasa Apsos don't shed hardly at all, but those other two make more than make up for it. Anyway, so I can't wear my straight black anymore, solid black. So this way I figured I can have a poncho that has black in it, but you won't notice the hairs, I don't think. Because see how it's like a spotty kind of gray and black? I don't know how well that's showing up. But, yeah, I'm going to probably get about to the halfway point before I go to bed tonight. And what else do I have? Oh, yeah. I've never used fingering weight yarn, and I'm kind of nervous about using. I've used thread to make doilies, but I've never used fingering weight yarn. But I found a pattern. It's called Autumn Triangle Shawl by Elaine Phillips on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, and it is so pretty that I am going to try and find some fingering yarn because I want to try and make it. That's how pretty this was. Oh, the subscription boxes. Right. Here, let me get it. Okay. Last month, I got my crochet surprise box, and it was a pair of slipper socks. And the bottoms were made of 100% roving wool, and the tops were alpaca wool combination. And I didn't even know what the word roving meant at the time. And so I made them up. They made up real quick and easy, and they were really cute. But the wool, 100% roving wool, kept breaking on me. And I went to report it on their website, and somebody else had said that was happening to them. And so then I wore the slippers, and then I washed them in cold water and let them air dry. And they turned, the yarn's like falling apart. And so I was kind of upset because that's like $39.90 a month. And so then I got this month's box. And I mean, I'm a crocheter on a budget. And this is $39.90 a month, and you get a package of tea with it. And that's another problem, is that out of the 3 months I got it, 2 of those months the tea had cocoa in it, and I don't like tea with cocoa in it. Anyway, so what you got your pattern that's in here, which it's called a scented bag, and this is all the yarn you get. And you make a scented bag, which is basically a sachet. And they enclosed a little bag of potpourri to put inside it once you have it made. For $39.90? I don't think so. So I canceled it. I've been way happier with like Mary Maxim's or even Annie's than with that. And that was not a good experience. Yeah, that was a bad experience. Anyway, about the only other thing I think I have a couple things in my mind, but I've got so many things started, I want to finish up some stuff. And I keep seeing things I want to make, and then I start them, and it's because I feel like doing it at that time, and I'll sit there and watch 2 or 3 movies and make an object, and I have all these other objects half done all around me. So I really need to get some of them finished and stop just jumping on everyone that comes along. It's just so hard. I'm glad I got the journals, the crochet journals, because now when I get an idea, I see a pattern I want to make, so I order the yarn for it, then the yarn comes, and the yarn sits there, and in the meantime I forget what pattern it was for. Now I got my crochet journal. I can write and record in it the yarn for a project, or the pattern for the project, and what yarn is needed, and it has everything on there, and you just record everything, what size hook you use, everything. And it's come in invaluable since I bought it, and it wasn't even $10 on Amazon. And so I bought another one that was just projects. So the first one, it has yarn stash and wish lists and projects and stuff. The second one just has projects because I wanted more project. They only give you like, I forget how many, but the second book there's 90 project logs in it, so that's good. And that was less than $10 too. And then I was doing some more of my research on the correlation between crocheting, mental health, physical health, and spiritual growth. And I discovered something that I really never thought about before. We need order, priority, and focus in our lives. And even when nothing else in our life has that, because life can be so chaotic and so crazy and stressful, so you don't have any of that. order, priority, and focus. You get that when you crochet. You get all of them. And so you become it's a mindful state. And it's a good place to be. It's healthy for you mentally. And once you get into it, you would think that crocheting, having yarn, colors, and patterns and stuff, you'd think it would be a disorganized type of a dramatic thing. But it's not. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it's a very mindful state. And it's very good for your mental health. And it also puts you in a spiritual state at times. So, I found that from 2 different books. But I put it into my own words. I just find that fascinating. Anyway, I think that's all I've got. Everything else, now I just need to sit myself down and crochet. Oh, I did get an acquisition. I picked this up at Walmart. This mandala cake. Because I had been looking at Pinterest and I found this triangle scarf and I fell in love with it. And when I looked at the pattern, it takes 1 mandala cake. And I am a pink fanatic. I love pink. So I have to make this. I absolutely have to make this with that new pattern. I cannot lose the pattern. So it's something to record in my journal. Well, that's about it. Spot's fast asleep tonight. And so is everybody else by now, I guess. I made an apple pie and a salad for tomorrow. And got a bunch of stuff done. Everybody else went to bed at like 6 or 6:30. But I've always been a night owl. So, God bless. And I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button and the like button. And come back next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.